Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shawnti Refuge. I am your Master Certified Mental Health Coach, speaker, and author of the best-selling book Quiet as Kept, and I am your journaling plug. It is day 7 of parenting myself first, and today we're talking about something most people avoid, and that is anger. Specifically, the kind of anger that comes from old wounds, from broken bonds, from feeling like nobody protected you. And you might be asking, what do I do with all this anger? Or am I wrong for feeling this way? Let me say this loud and clear: anger is not your enemy, it is your messenger. So let's talk about what it's trying to tell you and how to process it without letting it burn your peace to the ground. I want you to know that anger is a secondary emotion. So here's something that changed how I saw myself. Anger is often a mask, and underneath it, there's either hurt, grief, betrayal, or disappointment. Because we live in a world that tells us, don't be angry, it's not ladylike. Or don't show emotion, it makes you weak. That was mine right there. Or don't speak on it, just get over it. But anger is an honest emotion and it means something mattered to you. So the goal is not to suppress it, the goal is to sit with it, listen to it, and decide how to move through it. I remember a day when I was journaling through a memory with my mom, and something came up that made my hand shake and made me angry all over again, like it just happened. That's not sadness and that's not forgiveness. It was anger. And, I was angry about what was said, or mainly about what wasn't said. And it was the silence, the denial, the rewriting of history. And, it scared me a little bit because I was taught that anger made me bad. That feeling, it made me ungrateful or disrespectful. But what I learned through that moment is you are allowed to be angry about what happened to you. You are allowed to name it, feel it, and still choose peace. And I didn't act out of that anger, I journaled it. Yes, I cried. I took my pillow and stuffed it in my mouth as far as I could so I could scream. And you know what? For once, I let it rise and pass instead of locking it away. And that right there is healing. So let me ask you before I get there, let me ask you this. What is your anger trying to protect? What is your anger trying to protect? What boundary was crossed that your anger is still defending? What would happen if you let yourself feel the truth without trying to fix it? Anger doesn't make you broken, it makes you human. So here is your journaling prompt for today. What am I angry about that I haven't felt safe enough to admit? And what would I say if I weren't censoring myself? Write it out, unfiltered, unpolished, and unashamed. And if you're holding onto pain that's never had a voice, I created safe tools for release and reflection. I have guided journals that are full of prompts that help you move through rage, grief, guilt, and healing. I have specifically one called Big Mad, and that's the anger management guided journal. I have support groups through either Sharewell or directly through me. I have my healing ebook for parents and children wrestling with unspoken pain, which is called Still Love You Always. Or for private support to process your anger and rebuild peace without shame, I offer one-on-one coaching. And all you have to do is go to my website and choose which one is best for you. And so remember that anger isn't the problem. What's dangerous is pretending it's not there. You are allowed to rage, you are allowed to cry, and you are allowed to tell the truth. So I'll see you on tomorrow and make sure, well, no, wait, no, I'll see you on Monday. Would you stop? And make sure to subscribe, drop a comment if this hits home, and share it with someone who needs to stop apologizing for their pain. You deserve healing that includes your anger, not healing that requires you to erase it. Until next time, say hey, Puddin'.